Yeah, this is. I can do anything you want. What do you want? We have a lot of people come to us, and they've talked to other contractors, and what they get is the contractor shows up with his hammer and says, "I'm ready to go to work. I can do anything you want. What do you want?" And so, and the homeowner's kind of like, "I don't know what I want. You know, here's a magazine clipping. I want it to look like that, sorta. You know." And so, you know, I think what gets people in trouble is, okay, well, here's my Visa card, go make it happen, you know. And you get a lot of miscommunication. So let's say that you want the cabinets to look like the magazine. Well, is that oak wood? Is it cherry? What's the stain, you know? And what, do I want raised panel? Do I want flat panel? There's just so many choices. Or, you know, windows. I want to put a window in here. Well, there's a gazillion different kinds. Which kind do you want, and what do you want it to look like? So what we believe is a lot of people get in trouble and don't get what they want and are not happy because they haven't really done enough planning up front. So we believe you need to find somebody to help you draw the map. It's kind of like a road map. Somebody's got to have the map, and if your contractor is, he's the captain of the ship, or, you know, let's say it's a map of the world, you know, how am I going to get from point A to point B? Somebody's got to draw you a map. I mean, obviously you could, but you probably don't know what, you know, how to chart that course because you don't have any information. But you want the contractor to be the captain of the ship, but somebody's got to draw the map. Okay, so is that the draftsman? It could be an interior designer. It could be an architect. It could be, you know, a design-build company. And obviously, we think it ought to be a design-build company because that's what we do. Okay, but here again, however you get the map drawn, somebody's got to draw the map. And the process, we believe, is the right one, because that's what we use, is we have people in our office who help you decide what you want. And that, in deciding what you want, first is the floor plan. And it's just like you said, where am I going to put that stove? And am I going to move it over here? So first of all, you go in and you look at the floor plan. And in your case, you may not have any floor plan issues. It may be just, you know, essentially decorating. You still need to, there's some things you still need to think about in terms of, okay, if I'm going to stay here another 10 years, 20 years, whatever, I might need to think about more lighting. I might need to make some doorways larger in case I break my arm, break my leg, and I'm, you know, incapacitated in a wheelchair or whatever. There's some long-term things you need to think about. Then, after we've helped our clients decide on the floor plan, then we go into the selections in terms of colors. You know, do I want yellow walls or blue walls, and what do I want my countertops to look like? Because you've all been into a remodeling where it was like, oh, they remodeled, because it's real obvious. You know, you want it to look like, wow, this is cool. It all flows, it all looks tied together, and it all looks like it ought to be this way. So the way we work is we've got an interior designer, we've got somebody in the office, and then we work with interior designers just to get a few hours just to help us with the colors. And then the third thing is selections. Like, let's say you want to put a new window in over the kitchen sink. Well, sure, you can just go and get a double pane metal window, and that's great. And it's a low-cost solution, and that works. You know, do you want to try to do an arch over that window, and what's that going to look like? Do you want to do a vinyl window because it's got more energy efficiency? And, you know, do you want to do wood? If you've got cherry cabinets, do you want to stain the wood on the window cherry to match the cabinets? So there's a lot of questions like that. We believe you need to find somebody who can draw the kitchen or the addition or whatever in three dimensions so you can see it. But then also, let's say you're talking just floors, finishes, tiles, whatever. You want somebody who can pull it all together and show you how it all is going to tie together to make recommendations on lighting and other things so that it looks like it's a unified whole. And that's how we think you get a better return on your investment in terms of, you know, if you actually had to resale, but also, you know, enjoyment. So you're going to get so that's my speech on, I can do anything you want. What do you want?